Good morning, man. Like I said, we were just talking. I don't know. I couldn't sleep, and then the hour difference kind of fucked me up. And then when I got, when I came across the Hoover Dam, I was like, I looked at the clock because I told my cousin, I was like, hey, I'll be there, X amount of time. And he's like, damn, how long is it going to take you? Then I forgot that I lost an hour. So I was just like, oh, I lost an hour. What the fuck?
4 hours turned into 5 hours.
Yeah. So
5, 6 hours. Yeah.
Right. And then, like I said, I just couldn't sleep. I had a couple calls in the morning and I couldn't sleep. And I had that dream where, that, you know what I mean? Like that you feel like you're gonna oversleep and I'm gonna miss it. And that's how I was just telling Alex. I was like, I felt like I was gonna miss, like, you guys were gonna call me like, wake up, what are you doing? So I had that.
I ain't calling nobody. I'm just gonna stay asleep. Shit.
I hate those dreams where you feel like you're gonna oversleep.
That would have been hilarious, huh? We'll call each other at 1 o'clock. Hey, what happened with the show?
Well, Alicia, she had a family emergency, so she had to reschedule. So I'll reach back out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I told her. Just reach back out to her. I told her just to, just let us know everything's okay, and we can always reschedule it. So how was your Friday night, Tori?
It was pretty quiet. I just got some work done after I got home, and I didn't really sleep very well either. I kept having a reoccurring dream. It was a weird one, but every time I'd wake up, I'd fall back asleep, and I was right in the same spot in the dream I was. And it was weird. I was searching for something. This is so random.
Right.
I was searching for a plant. I don't know.
Did it have 5 leaves?
Listen, Zach had to have this plant that looked like, I swear, I kept calling it the Charlie Brown tree. It just looked like a tree with like some leaves on it. I don't know what the correlation is to it, or if there's something there's behind it, because obviously I just hooked up a little while ago, but I just kept having this, and I had to find it, and I went to all these stores and I searched for it.
Oh
and
my
he
God.
kept saying, Mom, I need this. And it was like, I don't know if it was something for school or what, but I was feeling like a terrible mom because I couldn't find this damn plant. And I kept waking up in the same spot of the dream. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. So that's how my Friday night was, and I chilled.
It's funny that you're talking about my plant. My sister sent me. She switched. I don't know how many months ago. She switched to like eating plant-based food. I don't know. She says it's working. Like my brother-in-law's like cholesterol went down and stuff. She sent me some stuff. Because I noticed that.
I know a lot of people there.
Well, no, you're getting older, and your blood pressure is like rising, and you know what I mean. Like, so I just like, she's like, you should try this and this and that. I'm like scared to eat. I mean, I'm like, what?
Good morning.
I eat a lot of plant-based stuff. I don't eat all plant-based because there's a lot of things that I still like, but I like vegetables and plants already, so that's kind of a staple to my diet. So I
like green. You know what I mean? Like I like the green.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good things out there that I've tried that I wasn't expecting it to be good. I'm like, oh, this is gonna taste like cardboard, and then I taste it, and it's really delicious. So you should try it.
I should try it.
You should try it.
Yeah, she was like, oh, you can cook. Start recooking with the girls, and this is like, you're stressing me out.
Yes, so I was just talking about that. The other day, though. About
you're like your veggie burger talk is stressing me out right now.
But yeah, I was talking about all that the other day and getting a routine down. I mean, I could have did what
Yeah, hey,
what our cousin did.
It's so simple, man. He was supposed to send me. He's like, I'll send you like a regiment. I'm like, okay, send it to me.
You know why I didn't send it to you? Because like I needed like when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Oh, so you would have worked out in Vegas? I'm ready. So you would have worked out in Vegas, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
right.
I'm actually starting again too. I fell off.
Yeah.
I feel like I need it. Well, it's not even that. I'm talking
about the routine as far as making out a routine because I've done so much. Look, I got tired of being. I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago, and my job had a gym, and they had
that's
everything in there, and there was a couple guys at work.
Is it where you work? Do they still have? Do they have like a gym and all that good stuff or no?
At Ford?
Yeah.
No, they got a facility, but obviously it's closed down.
Okay.
But at my old job, they had a small gym, and I would go in there at like 9:30. I would work 2 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
I would go in like I had a great routine, and I kept asking and bugging the shit out of 2 friends at work, because one guy was big like Biggie, Tori. You know Biggie, like he was big, like he's big, like was big like that. So he kept telling me, look, Alex, go down to Eastern Market, go get you some like the turkey, like you said, the turkey burgers. He was telling me eat good meat, but don't eat that much. He was like, look, man, because we look at ourselves differently. So
I eat moderate protein.
Like it look, it
low
depends.
Carb.
And you probably
moderate
already know.
Everybody's body is different. Everybody's
you have
on this
to
keto
know,
kick.
Right.
Keto doesn't work for me. My body, I don't really eat a lot of fat, like high fats. Right. So for me, when I got on the keto, I literally felt like my arteries felt like mayonnaise. I'm like,
oh my God.
How are people eating all this coconut oil? And like I'll eat avocados and nuts and stuff like that, like daily. I have an avocado daily, but like certain things.
And they say you're not even supposed to eat. And they say you're not even supposed to eat a whole avocado.
My body just doesn't react well to it. So
yeah, too many vitamins. Some people think the more vitamins, no, that's actually worse when you overdo your vitamins and stuff like that. So
no. There's a balance to everything.
Right.
I was going.
I don't know if we can hear.
Every morning.
But I'm going to bring Mike on the phone. I don't know if we can hear it because I don't have my board. Hey, Mike, I don't know if we can hear you because you're. I don't have my board. What's up, man? Good morning.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Y'all all right?
Yeah, I'm on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm on the road.
Good morning.
I'm on the road, and I don't have all my equipment. So, how you doing today?
That's all good. I just want to tap in, man. Just say what's up. We out here supporting you.
What up, Mike?
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? How was your Friday night?
Man, everything was good, man. Everything shows came out good, man. We finna hit Orlando in the next month. Got a huge music video shoot for a couple of my people and stuff, man. I'm gonna send you some info on all my people. So we got a lot of big things coming up.
Cool, man.
Nice.
Hey, let us know if we can get him on the show after you get him on your show. Pass him down.
How'd Thursday night go for you, Mike? Hello, Mike.
It's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah, you guys. I'm sorry, my internet went slow. I got my hotspot with me today, so that's Mike, cool, brother. Just let us know. Go ahead, Tori.
How'd your interview go on Thursday, Mike?
She keep breaking in and
out.
Yeah, she said, "How did your interview go on Thursday night?"
Oh man, it went good. We got a couple huge artists that they're actually their manager came because we got hit with a storm that night.
Right.
Artists couldn't make it themselves, but it was cool. We had a good dialogue, and I'm gonna be doing stuff with a couple of the artists with my boy Trey. It's cool, man. It's hot. It's hot. It's going down for real. Trey's doing a women empowerment month next month.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Love it.
I think
we're right we're going to tap in, come mess with us on this women empowerment month.
Absolutely.
Right. I was just gonna say.
I just wanted to tap in, let y'all know, we out here supporting and stuff, man. Y'all do your.
I appreciate it, man.
Have a good one.
You have a good day,
Thanks,
man.
Mike. Have a good day.
Be safe. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye-bye.
Be safe.
Such a nice guy.
Isn't he?
Yeah. So what? So we were talking about this whole plant thing. So no, so I'm gonna try it, but like you said, everybody's body's different.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're doing, man. It depends on what you're trying to do, man.
What we eat, and stuff like that. It's
just start weaning and incorporating. I don't know what your diet's like or what you do daily, but pick one meal that you're gonna start with. Like go to Sprouts, walk around. There's tons of plant.
I'm just gonna have you just cook for me, and I'll just pay you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Easy way. That's why. That's why.
Or you could do that.
That's why I said, like, why am I gonna sit down and come up
No,
with a thing, and then someone's not gonna follow? Like, I know.
I thought you were gonna cook with your daughters. That part stressed you out.
Yeah, stresses me out.
It wasn't the turkey burger
like, just
that
order a
stressed
pizza,
you
Dad.
out.
They're like, just order a pizza, Dad.
There's gluten-free pizza.
I
got a message here. Jack says hi. Hi, Jacqueline.
I had Grimaldi's the other day. I had Grimaldi's at well, not Westgate, but the one on Northern. And I looked at the menu, and it said the whatever gluten-free pizza or whatever, and I was like,
good.
Is it?
It is. You have to get it from a good, if it's from a certain place, it's really good.
So, I mean, of course, did Zach have like a diet that he had to stay on, or did you let him eat whatever? I don't know.
Well, so Zachary had a feeding tube, but
I mean, he was able.
So prior to having the feeding tube, he had to have high protein.
Okay.
Everything was basically that.
Everything was high protein.
Right.
Low sugar.
My dad had the same thing.
And moderate fats.
Okay.
But once he got the feeding tube, he could still eat orally, but it was not as much. But then his diet, I kind of allowed his diet to be a little more looser because before that, he didn't get to have anything fun.
Yeah.
So but he like his favorite thing was a salad and a steak. So
really?
He loved salad, like loved it. But I incorporated that from the very beginning when he started eating. So he loved salad, he loved broccoli, he loved vegetables. The only really thing I couldn't get past him unless I cooked it a certain way was Brussels sprouts. But other than that, he was really good about all of that. So I was very, very lucky. Neither one of my kids were picky. I didn't allow them to be. I just didn't.
Yeah,
none of this, all I'm going to eat is chicken nugget shit. No, you're not. No, you're not. We are not eating chicken nuggets and mac and cheese every fucking night. You're going to eat like vegetables. You don't even have options.
like yesterday, I forgot, when I seen a friend and he was like, oh, I'm about to go get some fish and fish sticks. And I was like, I was like, why? And he was like, I was like, oh shit. Thank God you told me because I was about to go get a big ass hamburger and I didn't. I ate fish yesterday too, so trying to at least be good.
So you just brought it up. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know that there's some people and kids though in the food issue. I'm not shunning anybody's kids who just eat chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. I mean, there is more to that, but there are some kids that have sensory issues. Like for Zach, he couldn't have wet and dry together like cereal with milk. It took him a minute to get used to that because that was a sensory issue. But plant-based in general, it's really good for you, and you'll notice a difference in your energy levels too. So like for me now, and I don't eat all plant-based. I'm like 60-40. But when I eat certain things that I don't normally eat, like carbs, like you want to put me to sleep, give me a donut. You won't see me for 4 hours.
Right.
Done.
Damn, that's good to know, huh?
Legit. You want to
fucking half a dozen of Krispy Kreme.
Give me a sandwich with bread that's huge. Carbs and sugars knock me the fuck out. Coffee, give me some coffee.
Kind of like that too.
I go right to sleep
for sure. Because I like to eat like when I would eat a meal, I gotta have bread. Like I don't know if it's just I got that from my father or just
You're a bread whore.
Bread, tortillas. It depends on what it is. Got to be
bread
like.
whore.
I'm talking about like
He's a bread whore.
I'll warm up like
He's a bread whore.
like 6 tortillas. I eat like 4 or 5 pieces of bread with certain shit.
I like it. I just
I'm a pig.
My body doesn't like it.
Don't
My
know where
body's
it
like,
goes.
what are you doing? I said I'm a pig.
I mean, I don't know where it goes, and that's what I was talking
and again,
about.
everybody's metabolism and chemical makeup is different.
Right. And
But
that's why
I definitely feel that when you cut certain things out, you will notice a difference. Your energy levels, plus your mood. You know, mood, energy levels,
sleep, all that
your
shit
endurance,
matters,
your
man.
sleep,
That's why I
your
said
skin.
like I'm not writing out nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm just saying like I had people like, oh, can you do like man, I can tell you all this shit that it took me like a few like years to learn because I asked a lot of questions, did my own research, and like I didn't understand when people would say you have to know your body. What the hell are you talking about? Like I know what's on like
no, that's a real
but
thing.
no, I get it. Like I thought about I could have been a personal trainer too, and it's not hard, man. It just depends on what you're trying to do, and you go off of that. It's very simple. Like I've had people tell me, oh, the plant-based, like they won't even go near that shit. Like they have no idea what type of level that is.
Good.
So like the Daniel Bryan, the WWE superstar, is the one that made me do that. That guy eats fucking like cactus, like from the ground. He's like that too. So real, save the earth, world, all that. You know how he is. So that's why. And his belt was made up of hemp. It was hemp. And like all kind,
raw
but
materials.
and little stones and shit from the earth and all that. But he's what made me look all that up, and I was like, you know what, that's just not for me. I mean, I'll try it. I'll try anything. I don't care with food, but that's just not for me.
Friends that do keto, they do
I do
paleo,
my own thing.
They do the plant-based, they're vegan.
Yeah.
I think too, it's just your level of commitment.
Not gonna try to. Yeah, I was like the vegan thing. Like, and I read that some. I mean, it depends on who you are and all that, man. It's so detailed, and it's not for everybody, man.
I could do vegan
because it's healthy. Don't mean it's healthy for you.
I could do. I like fish. I really like fish.
Yeah, me too.
I think out of all the things, I like all meats, but I don't crave them all the time. I think I could really just live on fish.
I'm a big pork chop. I love pork chops.
Steak. I was gonna say something when you said you like
chicken breasts. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what'd you say?
I said I was gonna say something when you said you like all meats.
I like meat. I like all the meats.
See, that was in the back of my head, but I'm trying to be professional.
You guys are slipping.
And I'm trying to be professional.
I set you both up for that.
And I knew that's what he was about to say. So see, it's that chemistry right there. That's why I didn't say it. Let him say it.
Let him say it.
I swear to God.
You got me.
I thought I was about to say that's what
I'm
she
a
said,
meat whore. No,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Man, meat and bread and go to bed. Damn.
So
I mean, that's usually what happens.
We didn't talk about it on Wednesday.
Bad combination. Sorry for whoever's with you.
Tuesday punch keys. Did you get some punch keys, Alex, on Tuesday?
What? Hell no. Damn punch key, man. I was at work making vehicles, doors. No, but you know what? On the way home, I was listening to them talk about that, and it's from what I took from that show is it's the most overrated shit in the world, and it was so funny, man. These guys are talking about punchkis and hot dogs, and just like, oh my god, hot dogs are so nasty. Like, it was just it was hilarious.
Hey, I
man.
like hot dogs.
And
I like hot dogs.
That's what she said.
Kosher hot dogs.
Okay, see, now I jump on that one. That's what she said.
Y'all.
But
with a what?
But no, I didn't get no damn punchkis, man.
Did you get any?
No.
I did. So I probably
things.
should have told you since I know you're new to Arizona. So Bash's, which is it's our local grocery store here, Alex.
Yeah.
Right.
Locally owned. I don't know if they have like a big Polish influence, but they have a big bakery, and they sell punch keys. And
do they make them fresh though? Because if it ain't made fresh,
they made them fresh. They made them fresh.
Shit. So
no, they make them. They're actually pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been high on that, man.
They're not as good as Detroit, but
Yeah.
So I you got yours from Bashas'?
Yeah. I think Hamtramck over here is like the number one.
When I first moved here, I drove an hour. This is crazy. So I didn't know about Bashas', right? I didn't know where to get them. I'm searching. I'm looking up Polish bakeries. The closest one is like an hour. There's one. There's one. It's like an hour and 20. I don't even fucking know the name of it because I never went back because I was so mad at them. Right. So I drive out there, right? Because they tell me on the phone that they have them. I'm searching all day. By the time I get out there now, and if anybody knows, you get a punchki at like early in the morning, right? Like you go early. So I'm used to having them by a certain time. Right. So by the time I go out there, it's like 3 o'clock by the time I find this place, right? And I call and they're like, oh yeah, we've got plenty. So I drive out there, I get out there, there's none. I'm so upset. And I said, why would you tell me that you have these? I just drove almost an hour and a half to come get these. She's like, oh, we had 2 dozen. They all sold out. 2 dozen? Who the fuck makes 2 dozen punch? I'm going to pull your Polish card because you don't have one. You're not fucking real. You're not real fucking Polak. What are you doing? 2 dozen? I was so pissed. So we didn't get any. I was pissed because I was on a mission. Like, we're going to get these. Zach wanted them. Yeah, we all wanted them. I drove out there ready, money in hand, and they're like, oh, we sold out of our 2 dozen. So I didn't get them, but 2 weeks ago, while I was out shopping, there was a store that had them. So we bought 4 of them, me and Dom, and ate them. So I didn't even have any on Fat Tuesday because I had it early. Okay. And they were delicious.
So Lent just passed. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're Catholic, right? Italian. I don't think I've ever asked you. So what did you give up for Lent?
I didn't give up nothing.
Damn it.
I don't do that no more, man. I just continue to pray and just I'm already giving up stuff. I don't drink pops. Like I'm an iced tea guy. I got like 3 pitchers of iced tea downstairs made fresh. I already do stuff to try to like take care of myself. I just need to maybe, cut back on having a beer or two. Like I want to like stop, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting creatine, I'm putting protein, I'm putting, about 5 supplements in my body right now, man. I just started Thursday and shit. So, it's because it's hard for me to, like you just said, we ain't getting no younger, man. And I go to work and I'm 700 plus trucks and you know what I'm saying, but I love it because I'm working out my shoulders. I'm working out a lot upper body, so I was like it's just hard for me to get my routine in, so I gotta get back to where I was, man. I gotta get back to where I was because I was like last year I was really, really fit, and for my nephew to give me a compliment that was in the Army for 5 years was a big deal to me. And he was, so I lost when the COVID came, that's how I ended up weighing 190. And I was like, I never in my life thought I'd even weigh 175. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I got my own routine and it's hard to be consistent. So I just try to go back at it, and
give up.
Back at it now. So.
Like I said, I've been, watch what I eat, and I'm on these fucking phones all day, right? So, when I got COVID, I was drinking 2 Red Bulls, maybe 3 a day, and then I stopped when I got sick. So, I stopped drinking Red Bulls, so that was a big thing, but it wasn't but I got to be honest with you, I have a really bad sweet tooth, right? So I like candy, and it helps me get through my day.
It's supposed to be something you actually love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it helps me get through my day because I'm fucking dying at half the day. Like, I literally could go to fucking sleep at my desk.
And let me ask you a question. Are you wearing masks or no?
At my desk?
Yeah. Anyway.
No.
Period. See, that's what I'm seeing. I'm wearing a mask fucking 10 hours a day, maybe take an hour out of it.
No. I mean, because somebody else said, it's just me and my mom.
Right. That's what I'm asking, but okay.
No. So, I'm always probably eating fucking M&Ms or or whatever. You know what I mean? Like fucking Candy Rush trying to get through the day.
Right.
But about 2 weeks ago, I just you know, I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to eat any candy. So I guess I'll just say I give up candy because I'm just
right.
And it's funny because I talked to Alex about this, and maybe we can talk about it in the next show. And we didn't get to talk about Tiger, but we can always talk about it in the next show because I haven't watched it. But and like I said, I used to eat, constant candy all day to get me through my day. But I was watching the food that made America, and the biggest thing was, you know, the candy, you know, the Mars and Hershey, and it's, I don't know if Alex got to watch it. I don't know if you just download it, Corey. It's for free. I think if not, I'll give you access to my History Channel. But the story, Heinz Heinz ketchup, mostly it was about, you know, Hershey, Mars bar, you know, the guys that started Mars, Butterfingers, Baby Ruth, Reese's Cups. I was blown away by this story because nobody really talks about it. Because you know what I mean? Like, you, as a kid, you walk into a store and you see them on the shelf. You don't, you don't question how the fuck did they get started. But, you know, Hershey started in 1875. I believe that was the date. But he went out to Pennsylvania, opened up his own fucking factory in the middle of nowhere, where cows were. They named a town after him, and this guy was just ahead of his time. And, you know, I guess in Europe, chocolate was, you know, it was like, you know, not special, but it was for the elite. It was for,
it was a sign of elite.
It was for the rich people. So, but he wanted to bring this to United States, but instead of using powder milk, he wanted to use fresh milk. And most people, you know, I'm not a baker, but you would know this. When you mix water with milk, what happens? It's not going to fucking. So it took him a long time to figure out how to get that to work. But when it did, look what, you know, they sold billions of dollars worth of chocolate.
I mean, you got to think about it.
He gave a rise. He was so smart. He gave a rise to not only every candy maker that you see on your shelf, because they ended up buying the chocolate from him because he owned the dairy farms. So this guy was like, you know what I mean?
That's what I was about to say. I mean, how many people are actually doing it back then? So I mean, obviously he was going to be the.
I want to see that.
The nucleus of all this shit.
It's so fucking good. And then we could talk about the other stuff that there was the history of food in America. But you know,
I'd like to see that on Hostess, about Hostess and shit.
I grew
up going around the corner to that with my mom. And just,
but he gave all these different people, and he made them buy the chocolate from him. So he was smart. So Mars, started the Mars bar. They actually said that in a diner, and his son was like, "Oh, we need a chocolate bar that tastes like a milkshake." Boom.
Okay, man. You're all right. You don't spoil no more. You're spoiling stuff.
All right, check it out.
I'm excited to check it out.
In America, the rise of all the stuff that happened, in the 1875 to present day. But I want to tell you this because real quick, because we're baseball fans. So a guy from Chicago that was he wanted to go after Hershey. He wanted to come up with a candy bar, but he was trying to test candy bars. He was ahead of his game. This was later. This was in the early 1920s or whatever. And he wanted to come up with a candy bar that had all of it. So he came up.
Oh, he froze. I think he's going to say Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth said no.
He said no?
And
you're freezing a little bit.
He did it anyway.
That's what you get for going to Vegas. Piece of monkey trash. You're piece of monkey trash hotspot.
I want to watch that show.
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. You're talking, but we didn't hear the last 50 words you just said, man, because you're frozen. Cool. It's a cool thing though.
He looks cool. He looks cool. He looks like through the robot.
I'm still
I gave
tripping.
up. For Lent, I didn't really. I had already been giving up a lot of stuff.
Right.
So for me, I think mine's more of a mental thing. Like oh, there you are. Hey.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It was frozen. So.
Yeah, you froze. We heard part of the Babe Ruth stuff.
Yeah, well, I just said,
Babe Ruth said no.
It's really good. The guy had big nuts. He just basically is like, I'm going to name a fucking candy bar after the most famous guy at the time. I'm going to name.
And he got away with
fucking
it.
Baby Ruth. So he got away with it. Yeah.
Yeah. While you were frozen, I told Alex I've recently given up just a lot of things in general. Like I gave up. I've always kind of cut sugars, but more so now. Right. I just cold turkey stopped drinking energy drinks. I've changed it to like the natural stuff. So for me, my Lent giving up stuff is more mental.
Right.
I think I'm giving up certain behaviors.
And that's what I meant. Like I'm not.
Yeah, certain behaviors,
all the way around.
Certain things that I feel like there's a few things that I've been letting slide with certain people because I've not been wanting to rock the boat or keep things kosher, and I'm giving up that tolerance. I'm just, I'm just living authentically how I should be, and I don't know, certain things need to be taken from my life. So
that's why I said I stopped. I'm like,
that's what I'm giving up.
I just
certain behaviors and certain people that just I'm over it.
Right.
Kind of like a cleanse. So that's what I mean.
That makes sense. All right, so we'll move on with the show. I just wanted to bring it up. If you guys, like I said, check it out. It's
I want to check it out. I'm gonna need access to your thing. Me, my non-TV watching ass.
Check it out. It's really,
if I want to watch it, I'll just get Drake's password.
I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes. So it talks about Hershey. It goes into the pizza wars with Domino's and Pizza Hut. It goes into talks about the McDonald's.
Domino's owns their farms.
Well, no, it talks about in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So it talks about it's the pizza wars. It's talks about more of the chocolate wars.
Domino's, man.
Yeah. So
grandmother used to get us pizzas right there on Michigan Avenue and shit when the Domino's was there.
Yeah,
Mike, or no, not was it Tom Monahan or
Tom Monahan?
Right. Back in the day.
Him and his brother started Dominic's and Ypsilanti.
It's crazy.
And
like Arthur says on King of Queens, Domino's. Kevin James like, you mean Domino's?
You're gonna watch it, but they have the Pizza Wars, and they're going against Pizza Hut in the beginning, and everything that changed. Now Domino's is actually the #1 pizza company in the world compared to anything out there.
And see, most people wouldn't even think that, man.
Right. Because they're not authentic pizza. You know what I mean?
And they're
it's not authentic pizza. I don't think.
Right.
But
no, they use fresh ingredients, and they use ingredients that they use from their own farms, but it's not an authentic.
We used to order from there so much.
Very cookie cutter.
Crazy.
Right. But so anyway,
Angie, he was talking.
They were actually going to go, like I said, watch it. They were actually going to fold up. They were going to go bankrupt.
Right.
Before the 80s, Pizza Hut approached them about buying them out. The two Pizza Hut brothers, and the guy Monahan said, "No, we're not gonna sell out." He got a call one night because they were closing, and the delivery driver was like, "I gotta go. I gotta go." Like, hey, you know what? I guarantee you'll be back in 30 minutes. Boom. Guaranteed pizza, 30 minutes or less.
That was funny.
And there goes the history. So
that's clever.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what propelled them past Pizza Hut. And they just went from 0 to hero at that point because they were able to
you got to give a little bit of credit to the Noid too, to the gimmick.
But you know what I mean? They actually
forgot about that.
If you remember, there was a lot of drivers.
So annoying.
Before Little Caesars, it was annoying. Right.
There was a lot of drivers that got into accidents, and they had to kill that gimmick because they were trying and get that pizza there. So they didn't fucking to him. The driver was the one that
wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
the driver was responsible for that pizza, so it was coming out of the driver's pocket.
Well, there was other, and you know what happened was there was other companies like Amici that started doing it too.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Because we ordered pizzas before and they didn't get there, and we didn't pay for the delivery like a handful of times. So that shit started spreading, and yeah, you know what I mean. It must have got really bad.
You're looking at the clock. Oh, you're late. The pizza free. Thank you. Have a good day.
I'm that person.
Hell yeah.
Are you?
That person.
Say $3.
Yeah, but a lot of places I know now do like 45 minutes. Yeah, don't tell me your shit's going to be here at a certain time and it's
that's
not.
why they probably kicked it up to 45 minutes. Oh, you know, be there.
Yeah, because people like me are standing on the porch in 29 minutes.
It was 45 to 55 minutes. So we
getting free pizza.
The hell? Give me an hour and a half. Like what the?
That's crazy. Well, we'll move on to sports. So
you said standing on the porch.
Standing on the porch.
No, you're late. On the porch. You're late.
With a 40. Where's this shit at?
I still give them a tip, but you're late. Give me my free pizza.
No, I'm just joking.
Wow. So the Pistons fell to the Grizzlies. They're 8-21. I know we talked about it, so I know they're sitting down. They're sitting down a couple players across the league, which I think it's weird. And I don't know when the trade deadline is. Normally it's like the 15th, but what day do you know? Is it the 15th to 18th? When is the trade deadline for basketball?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Well, I know they've been sitting Blake, and I know we talked about it. And they're sitting down Drummond and all that good stuff. So they're trying to figure out who they're going to dish it to. But the Pistons were, they were on a winning streak. They were actually winning some games and stuff. Right. But they're 8-21. Do you know if they're on a full 82 game schedule? Do you know if they're?
Yeah, they should be. I mean, I haven't heard nothing about them not being.
I didn't know if there was less games or not. So I just think. So you think they're just trying to clear cap space to go after some big star, or they're just going to stay young and hopefully they rebuild it?
They're just rebuilding, man. I mean, yeah, they're doing the same thing they did when they had Ben Gordon and Charlie Villanueva, just clearing cap space. And
I forgot they had those losers.
Yeah, so trying to get something back, So
right.
Yeah, I mean,
she's laughing over here. All right. So,
bums.
The Red Wings just keep losing. They're 4-12-3. They got a game tonight. They play the Panthers again. It's what? I've been watching some of the games.
Stop watching them.
I'm sitting there with my dad, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of the Red Wings playing the same team.
Well, you ain't been watching no Piston games? Your dad hasn't been watching?
Oh, he's been watching some of the Pistons games. But
did he happen to mention that
he gets mad. He wants to throw the remote.
Yeah, but they're actually – well, you know what? He's been watching it for so long. He should be able to sit there and enjoy it and see. No. I pulled up a couple games.
He said no. He still throws the remote.
That they're actually fun to watch. They're getting better. Bay, he's fucking the 3-point master. They're having fun over here. They got a whole thing going on with Bay.
My dad calls
threes and shit over here. They're going crazy over there.
What does he call them?
The jumping janitors.
What the hell?
I don't know. He's like, these jumping janitors, they can't fucking play.
Right. I mean, they're basically bums, right?
But like I said, we'll move on.
That's hilarious. I want to put that on a t-shirt.
Came over, Tori, to the house, to my parents' house. My dad's in his garage. He stays there all day and watches, from sports all day. And he's got his little cover, his little tiger cover, or you know what I mean. And he's bundled up like it's fucking 0 below. He's just old. He's he's always cold. And I'm like, Dad, it's like 7 degrees outside. It's fucking cold.
That's how my mother is, man.
Yeah,
same thing. I'm cold. Like.
And like I said, everything that's on the TV is either sports or he's watching a Western or you know what I mean. So he stays in front of the TV and watches.
I miss those days.
Yeah. So, like I said, we'll move on to the Red Wings. He was watching the Red Wings the other night. He's the same thing. He's
oh shit, that's what I'm saying. If he's not having fun watching the Pistons, he's got to be fucking pulling or whatever here he has left watching the Red Wings.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
even worse.
he doesn't get all the games, but the games that he gets, he watches.
They're worse than the
He
Pistons.
always asks me,
So I can't imagine how he's.
Are you going to subscribe to fucking center ice so I can watch the games? And I was like, Dad, I don't want to pay for center ice because it's fucking. They're gonna have a horrible season. He goes, yeah, you're right. And then he'll tell me the next day, hey, I can't get the game, and I'm like, Dad, you don't have center ice. And he's like, oh fuck. He's like, he goes, no, fucking don't get it. It's not worth it. And I was like, so you know.
So you go through that every day.
yeah, every day. Yeah, so they're 4-12-3. They're horrible. Like I said, they keep playing the same team. So I kind of actually I was liking it at first because they're playing the same teams. But
you're like, yo, they got a better chance. Maybe they'll beat them tonight. Maybe they'll beat them tonight.
I was gonna say, if you keep playing the same team and you lose to them, I mean, you just look ridiculous if you keep losing over and over and over again to the same team.
Well, I mean, that just shows
boring.
you. That just shows you exactly how they're just young, man. They're trying to learn how to win. I mean, it's just I'll put it like that way instead of saying rebuilding. they're learning how to win, man.
Right.
Pistons been fun to watch for me. I don't know. I mean, I already know. I'm when you sit there and you expect them to win, no matter what you're watching, and you know that they're not going to win, and you're doing it to yourself. You're slapping yourself in the face. So I mean.
Right.
Watch the shit and just, you know what I mean? I try to watch it, you know, like I try to watch it and just see what they're getting better at, man. Look at the positive shit. It's pretty easy to point that out, you know what I mean? When a team is that bad, so.
Right.
But yeah, they're getting fun to watch.
You know, my favorite movie is Slapshot. I watched it as a kid about maybe 1,000 times, but I'm gonna see if this works because I don't have another monitor, but I'm pretty sure this works here. But I figured I'd get a good laugh in here.
That's probably the only sports movie I never watched all the way through.
Oh man, it's the fucking greatest.
Yeah, I know it's a classic. Major League is my favorite though.
This is the Red Wings every period.
Look at him. They all bloody up. Oh shit.
So dramatic.
Right. Over the top, big time.
So this is my dad right here. This is my dad.
He's hilarious. Love coaches and managers like that.
You're rolling it. Boys, every scout in the NHL.
That's Chong's dad.
He said, "This is my dad."
And they're looking for talent.
Up in smoke.
All my years of publicity, all the best shows, radio.
All he's missing is the remote control.
They come here tonight
To scout the cheese.
scout the Chiefs, the toughest team in the Federal
The
League.
toughest team.
Not this bunch of
Pussies.
pussies.
He's so that's the Red Wings. That's how fucking shitty they are. It sucks that I don't have another screen here. But yeah, hopefully they get better. I wouldn't say rebuilding. I to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of their coach. I hope Heiserman ends up figuring out what's going on with that team. So
Right. Yeah, I think he'll make a move in the next year or two, maybe after this year. Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
yeah. So we'll move on to baseball. I know we missed this on Wednesday because it came up as the show was going on, but the Padres signed a 14-year deal, $340 million motherfucking dollars to Fernando.
Right.
What was your thought of that? The mega extension. What was your thought? I know you texted me. You were like, "Oh my god, we didn't talk about this." But What was your thoughts on that? I mean, that's a lot of fuck you money.
Not surprised. Nothing surprised. I mean, I stopped being surprised about people getting paid.
14 years? How
getting paid? Right. That's almost like when they said that Bret Hart signed a 20-year deal and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With WWE and shit. Like, who does that?
They signed those deals for whatever reason. Hockey players end up staying with the same team. You know, they're not bouncing around. But 14 years is a long time.
It depends on what they put. What people forget is or don't pay attention to or just know. Like they put. It depends on how they set up the contract. You know, it could be a 7-year deal. Yeah, it could be a 7-year deal, and they might say, okay, well, we want to lock you in for this long, but you know, after the 7 years is up, I'm just, you know, hypothetically speaking, after the 7 years is up, then you know, we'll see where you're at. And like Tori said, an option, you know, there might be a clause or he might have an option in there to, you know, well, I want to go to this, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things that go into something like that. There has
to be something to be able to revise within 14 years. I don't foresee anybody
as far as the money. Yeah.
Even with the money, even with it being that much, 14 years is a long time. And he already knows that wherever he goes, it's going to get money. So it's not even at that point.
Yeah, that kind of cuts you off of getting like Matthew Stafford. Like Matthew
certain
Stafford.
Things.
Exactly. Matthew Stafford. People
I was
were
just going to use that as an example.
His contract is up next year. Well, guess what they did before? Like even when he had 2 years left, they made sure they re-signed his ass. And that's why, and they kept giving him all this money, and everybody complains about it. Like, as a fan, why do you care about what somebody is getting paid? It's not coming out of your pocket in any way, shape, or form. I don't look at that shit like that. I look at it like, okay, first of all, the kid is worth it.
Right.
Alex Rodriguez signed a $275 million deal. You know what I mean? Like twice. So I think the first one was like 240, then 275, and then Prince Fielder, you know, Dave Nabrowski was like, we are not bringing Prince Fielder in here. 5 days later, he was a Tiger. You know, oh, they ain't gonna happen. They had 250 million, or it was like it might have been. I want to say it was like 350. But he only got a certain amount. Right? So that was the highest at the time.
Like I watch what people are being paid, and I say that, but I don't ever say it negatively. Like
who ain't overpaid in sports, man?
Like, I don't say like LeBron, must be nice or you know, none of that shit. I'm just like, wow, holy shit, good for them. I mean, what? Well, damn.
Right, and he's 22 years old.
The only time I really say something in the negative sense when you have the people who get paid a lot or the athletes who
if they're assholes.
Like how about the ones who think they should be put to the front of the line to get the, you know, the COVID shot over.
Are we talking like a Mayweather? Are we talking like a Mayweather?
People, exactly. People who are fucking cocks. Like you want to be a dick? Like go ahead. Like your money doesn't
energy.
Small dick energy. I'm telling you, it's small dick energy.
We need you to have a shirt on your line that says "Do that small dick energy."
I'm gonna get it.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean,
give me a week. I'm gonna wear it for you.
He's 22 years old, man. So I mean, I can see I can see why they would sign him. They're like,
it's a lot of fucking money.
He's one of the best players to come. He's the best player to come in the league since Mike Trout, man. So. Right. And the Tigers have a couple players down in there that you know, they're probably not going to be on his level, but he's real good, man. As you know, his father played, it's in his genes. He's worth it, man.
Yeah, it's in his genes.
I mean, he got last year he had like 39 homers. He's killing it.
It's a lot of money to do a lot of good and have a lot of impact. So hopefully he does. He does go with it because he's young and
he's good.
He can go right to your head.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy and he's not a bad kid. He's a really smart kid. He's like you know what I'm saying, real like respect. Like he just you can see he's a good person and stuff. So from the Dominican Republic, but yeah, I mean 301 average, man, 39 home runs, 98. And I think he missed some games. So. Yeah, he's born January 2nd, man. He's 22 years old.
Sounds like he's got big dick energy.
He's a baby. He's a baby. He's a baby and he's paid. Let's see how it pans out.
He's got baby dick. Never mind.
Let's see if he can control all that money.
Let me stop.
The one thing that I hope is that
someone's
he's
extra
okay.
horny today.
The one thing that I hope is that he
Not,
can
though.
handle.
I'm just this way all the time.
Right. He can hopefully, Tori, he can handle being paid like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I said. Hopefully,
So
mentally.
we'll see. Like I always say.
So we'll stay in baseball. So this came up last night, and he always seemed like a nice guy, but Johnny Damon was arrested for DUI in Florida.
DUI.
Wife booked him for battering cops during the stop. So
She assaulted the officers, right?
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I'm just playing. That's not awesome. I shouldn't say that.
But he always seemed, I know he's part of your favorite team, the Yankees, but he always seemed like a nice guy. So I don't know. Maybe he just
he's more of a Red Sox than the Yankees.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he always seemed like a good guy.
Right.
But I guess maybe he
His
had a
wife
rough
got
night.
them hands.
Yeah, he had a rough night. So, yeah. And his pitcher didn't look too bad. Like, he didn't look too fucking drunk when he.
Well, I mean, I always liked Johnny Damon. He played for us, man, for a minute. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I always see him as a Yankee or probably a Red Sox more than.
Right.
You know, you got that much money, just hire a driver. What are you fucking doing?
Hey, leave your wife at home. Shit.
And leave your wife at home. She probably got you in even more trouble.
If she's that drunk,
I don't know.
I'm
You
like,
got
no,
that.
she's out
You
on
got that much money, and you're that. No, just hire a driver.
Get Uber. It's all day. Uber.
I have a friend here in Scottsdale who drives baseball players around. That's his job.
Right.
All the fucking time. He just messaged me the other day. He's like back in town driving players. Like, hire a fucking driver. Why are you risking your life? You're risking your family's life. You're risking your wife's life, and you're risking innocent people on the road's life.
Yeah,
don't drunk drive. Like,
right.
On.
No need to.
There isn't. There's way too many options for you. And with that money, you there's so much you could do.
Right.
Well, to me, you know what I mean? Like, I know you just mentioned all that stuff, endangering everybody, but to face a DUI charge, 10 grand, an Uber.
Why is it so much?
Cheaper, you know what I mean? Like,
so much. At the most, $20.
Well, because that's where
$20.
Because
depending on how far you are.
Yeah. Well, let's say $100. I mean, let's just say $100. You know, say you throw up in the car. Say you throw up in a car. Okay, $150. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much cheaper. Just get an Uber.
Way cheaper than a $15,000.
Right.
Crazy, man.
All right, so we'll move on to tennis. So your girl Serena lost to how do you say her name? Naomi
Osaka.
Yeah, sparks a question about her future, but not about her legacy.
I knew she was gonna lose. Man.
Talking about, you think she's gonna step away from the game?
I don't know, man. Got to give them. She's been doing it for so long. She actually watched everything, and she put her head down and all that. And then they asked her another question, and she said, "I'm done." Started crying, and I mean, it could mean nothing. It could mean a lot. I don't know. I mean, I can't read her mind, so maybe she'll go back.
He was just looking at her big thighs.
She's a very emotional person.
Her
She's
thighs
always
are
been
juicy.
like that. No, that was in the beginning.
Hey,
And
thick
then I
thighs
started
save
actually
lives.
loving her game. So
thick thighs save lives.
Yeah, I love it.
Facts.
I love it.
No, I always thought Serena Williams was beautiful.
He said it like it was ice cream. Man. Yeah, I love it.
But I don't know. We'll see, man.
So
Osaka, fourth major championship, man. I mean, fourth Grand Slam title. She's definitely the.
Are those thick thighs? What are you showing us?
Slowly all the fat boys.
Oh, okay.
So we'll move on to that.
Oh, sad.
I said, Alex,
you were like, "What are those?"
And I think
I'm like,
I gotta be honest with you, a lot of people didn't really. I guess there was a few people that kind of mourned his death. Prince Markie D. Me and Alex were talking about, man. He wrote a lot of songs for a lot of artists.
in hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's definitely sad that he has gone.
I was watching hip
And
hop.
you know, I thought he was older. I thought he was in his late 50s, but he was only 52 a day before his birthday, 53.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yep.
I was watching Hip Hop Undercover the other night and they were talking about, you know, Fat Boys and LL Cool J and Eric B and Rakim, and they were just going down the list, right? And then I kid you not, within like 5 minutes, y'all sent me the link about him passing, and it was just so like wow.
Yeah.
Because I was me and John were in the middle of watching that on FX Hulu. So
yeah, you got to go on.
He was.
You got to go on Twitter, bro. I don't know what you look at. Like I go on Twitter and there's an outpouring of love.
Well, now there is.
But
now,
well, I mean,
when he originally
I told you got to give it a couple of days. I mean, everybody's not going to just run to the, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's too hard. It's too much of a legend to forget about like that shit. So
yeah.
I like what Eminem, Fat Joe said I would be walking, and all of a sudden I would hear music ricochet off the walls. It would go, ha 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 ha. The Fat Boys. This was the first song they would play at the block party to summon you to appear. Today's news is sad. The last member of the Fat Boys, Prince Mark Morales, Mark Morales, has passed on. He was a great guy, legend, and pioneer. God bless my fellow Boricua brother till we meet again. And then there was, Eminem said, so sad to hear legendary Prince Mark of the Fat Boys passing, one of my childhood idols and favorite MCs of all time, left us way too soon. He will be truly missed. And I always liked him, and I always thought he could have went on to, he could have had a crazy career. And before you play the video, I don't know if Tori, you ever, I was telling Drake, I said, the shit that is so mind blowing to me is I watched him do an interview with Sway, and to cut to the chase, Diddy and Biggie literally stole word straight from his mouth. And if I could when I find the interview, I'm gonna send it to you guys. Mm-hmm. Juicy, and I think it was Feel So Good that Mace did. Mm-hmm. Both of those hits were like those were his shit, and they stole them. They took them, they put their twist on and whatever. And he talked about that, and I was like, wow, because those were that was huge. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And or I think it might have been the was it Biggie? Not One More Chance, but the other one. I love it when they call me Big Papa. I think that was one of them. But yeah, and I was just blown away. I was like, man, how come nobody talks about that?
So you guys need to watch that the Hip Hop Undercover. It's a 2-part series.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I already got to say
watch it.
I wanted to be able to sit down and marathon all that because I can't watch this.
No, it's only an hour.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's just one thing?
It's 2 parts.
Okay.
Okay. You can, it's on.
All right. I'm gonna check it out probably
Hulu, FX, Hulu, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I just watched it back to back the other night. It's really good. Right. Really good. That's cool. It talks about the evolution of hip hop, how it started, all the behind the scenes in New York, the gangs, how if you weren't, during Fat Boy's era, if you weren't backed by a drug dealer, then you didn't make it. Right. The parties, where they came from, how things happened.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite one.
It's really good.
My favorite documentary that I've seen so far, period, was the one that was on Netflix, but that Ice-T did.
Ice-T is actually
that
in
one
it
was
as well.
It's called The Art of Rap. That is
Ice-T
my favorite
is in
one.
It.
Because the way I like
Dr. Dre.
The way he did it though. He went to New York. He went to
I'm telling you,
LL.
watch. Yes, LL is in it. Watch it. Haitian Jack, Trick. There's so many. There's so many people in it. You have to.
Oh yeah,
just watch
I might have watched that already then.
No, it just came out last week.
Okay, no, then I'm talking about Ice-T. This one was called
But Ice-T's in it too, and he talks about how he was just trying.
No, this one came out in like 2012.
He said I didn't claim East Coast, West Coast, he said I didn't claim certain things. I just said all of the West Coast because he said what did he say? Because my black ass was just trying to make music is what he said. But it's. There's a certain respect that you have to give hip hop and these artists that were the staple and led the way to what these rappers are doing now and these people, because hip hop isn't just music, it's a way of life, and it's
exactly
yeah,
and that's
a lifestyle.
And you remember Drake? We used to like, we would ask people, what is hip hop to you and shit. Back in the day, we were into it like that. You know what I mean?
Watch it.
We would ask people,
what is
hip hop?
We'll be talking about it.
Like shit, hip hop is what I'm wearing now, the way I walk, the way I talk.
Right. Well, I'll put it, like I said, rest in peace, Prince Markie D.
Yeah, rest in peace.
That movie's so funny, man. I swear to God.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was great.
I was at Eleanor's when the family was over there. Back in when '87, and Vincent and then Mike put it on, and I was hooked, bro. Laughing. Like the Three Stooges,
10, 1, and action!
Buff was the best.
Here we go.
I just like the way they move. Their hands, you know what I mean? When they rap. That part right here. That shit's funny as hell.
Hey!
Buffers and shit.
So I was talking to Alex.
And I used to beatbox. Don't get me going.
My cousin Mike could beatbox pretty good.
Cool Roski, that was just rapping right there. Even though you read that, said that he was the last member of or whatever. He's still alive, Cool Roski, and he lost a lot of weight. So he's kind of like built, and he's in shape, and I don't know if he just wants to be disconnected from the Fat Boys. I mean, he definitely has. He gives them respect, but I think because he made this transformation, he kind of disconnected from the Fat Boys, and when they originally broke up in the late '80s or whatever. I think they were thinking about reuniting even after Buff died in 2012, but the tour took off.
No, it wasn't so much that, man. What happened was Prince Markie D, he went solo.
Right.
So it wasn't about him. It was Prince Markie D. Like I said, that you remember when he went solo, and he had a couple videos and shit out, stuff like that. So I mean, that's where it started,
they were
really.
thinking about reuniting. They were going to go on tour. I was reading.
Right. Well, he was
a
helping,
lot of things that were behind.
He was
that.
helping Buff. Look, he had talked to Buff the day before he died or the day of, and he was about to start helping him get on the diet plan and all that, take care of him. He said it was ridiculous because what happened, and that's when he fell. He fell and he had a heart attack, whatever it was, and it was a lot deeper than that. Like I said, I'll send you guys that interview because it's a really good interview, man. And it told me a lot about everything that you're talking about right now. So, but yeah, so I mean, they were, and it's so sad because it always happens like that. They were gonna help him. They reached out to each other and all that stuff, and he passed, man. So like this, timing, man. I mean, time waits for no man or woman. So
that's fun. That refers to a Kid and Play movie. Time waits for no man.
Said he had respiratory flu when he had a heart attack. Buff.
Okay.
1995, December 10th, 1995 in New York. He was 28 years old, man. He weighed 450 pounds, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
So my daughter, my 11-year-old, she'll be 11 in a couple of weeks. Her idol, Billie Eilish, claims a man is sending her death threats, stalking her at her house for months. I mean, she's pretty young. I think what, 18? It's pretty crazy that someone's stalking her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Creepy.
I don't.
She's a celebrity.
I mean, it's crazy, but she's a celebrity.
Yeah.
And I think it's her brother who's in the music industry. I don't quote me, but one of her family members is a producer. And that's who kind of started, put her on. So I don't, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's not surprising.
I get that.
Plus her music is very, some of her music is beyond her age.
Right.
So for somebody to stalk her, and I'm not saying like she's provoking or anything, but she's not like singing songs like JoJo.
Right.
She's not singing like little kid songs.
Right.
So she's gonna attract what she sings about or to, not just. What I do like about her though is she's like, I like that she is very adamant about wearing oversized clothes, and she doesn't want people to. She's made many statements where she doesn't want people to idolize her for like her body.
She has her own.
And
she's being
she's
herself.
Awesome.
Awesome.
and doesn't want, she said they try to make her wear certain things, and she's like, no, I want to wear a XXL, hoodie and certain things like that. So I like how she stands up for that. Body image thing. Yeah, she does. She's not for that. You ain't putting me in a fucking mini skirt and little shit like that. Like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna wear oversized clothes, and I'm gonna make it look cute. And you're not gonna try to sexualize me, I guess, sort of say. And she
does, and she's involved in good things.
Yeah.
She's an advocate on social media for animal rights, veganism.
Mm-hmm.
Dairy, working out, all that type of stuff.
She's a good person.
Right.
So
I didn't know that those things either.
Yeah. Hopefully, they charge this person, catch this person.
Right.
This stops for her.
So my daughter wanted me to buy an Amazon Echo. Well, somebody gave it to me one for Christmas, and it just says, you say to it, it's pretty cool. You say, "Who's Billie Eilish?" And she goes, "Hey, this is Billie Eilish." You're wondering, who she's like, you're probably wondering where I am. I'm in your kitchen, and it's talking to you. It's pretty cool. But
so I bought the kids. I bought 3 of them. They won't let me. They still in the boxes.
You were telling me that. Yeah, they wouldn't let you turn them on.
They won't let me fucking turn them on. They said that there's spies in the house. They said that they're spies. They won't let me turn them on. So if anybody wants to buy one, I have 3 of them.
Right.
Damn.
And I wanted to turn one in my room the other day. I told them, I was like, I'm just going to hook it up. He's like, fine. You want to go ahead and endanger yourself? And he gave me this big old guilt trip about putting it on. I was like, I just want to listen to music. He's like, well, okay. If that's what you think it's all that's doing.
Jeez.
So this came up yesterday, and there was a lot of people that jumped on social media about it. And I know I sent it to Alex, and he made his comments. But Kim Kardashian finally files for divorce from Kanye.
She's free.
It's time.
Hell yeah.
It's time.
What's your thoughts on this? I mean, I know that this was coming. Especially when they said that he flew the kids out to the farm by himself. When he had his nervous breakdown last year, when he's running for president, where he has these outbursts on
Sounds hilarious.
talking about that he should have been aborted. He should have aborted his kid. You think she's just basically time for her to basically distance herself because he's a nutball?
Yeah, he's clear. he's been going through a mental breakdown for a long time, and she tried to help him. She tried
Right.
to
But I mean, is this
stuck by
damage
him.
control?
Enough. Yeah, I mean,
Is this damage
I
control
think that she's
for
been
her
wanting to do it a
career?
while.
Is it for her career?
No, I think she's stuck with, so this is my view. I think
Okay.
she stuck with him for a long time because I think this has been a long time coming and she's been wanting to do this, but he's so mentally unstable that I think she's been scared for her kids and her career, but more so her kids. At this point, she, I think, has been tiptoeing around him, and she really did love him. I mean, look at, she's the kids with him. She's let him do all kinds of craziness. She bailed him out of literally going bankrupt, and he was in what, 50 something million dollars in debt. Like,
Right.
she been there for him. She really has. And she's, every time he's done some craziness, she's supported it. Even when he brings out his trash ass clothing line, she puts it on and she
So
fucking
ugly.
wears it. She
shit's
makes her
so ugly.
whole family, all her sisters are wearing these fucking moon shoes and shirts with fucking holes in them, looking crazy as
Moon
fuck.
shoe, that shit is
You
ugly as
look
hell.
like literally looking like a big rubber
I'm sorry.
blob on your foot,
Wait.
and you're charging people fucking hundreds of dollars for it.
Billie Eilish looks better
He
than
really
her clothing.
has a mental issue, and I think Kim knows this. She knows the line he walks on. You know, she's smart. Kim is a smart woman. She's a smart businesswoman, and she has a lot of empathy. People can say she doesn't, but because she's a megastar, she has to seclude herself from showing certain things. But I think enough is enough is enough. And so maybe this was finally the time where she was like, okay, he's been at the ranch for a while. He, you know, she's easing into it instead of just dropping the bomb immediately. And then you have to look at the things going on with her. She is doing, you know, she's doing the law thing, and she's advocating for certain, you know, getting certain people out of prisons that shouldn't be there. And I think she's going in another path, and he's stuck on, he needs help. He needs help. Free Kanye.
Well, I had somebody comment that said, you know,
I know she's scared for her kids when she sends them with him, though.
It said, the guy commented, said, "What do you think? Happy ever after? It's a Kardashian hoe, toxic, selfish." I said before. I say it again. Reggie Bush had done it right thing by running away from her.
Yep.
She responded. Someone did, so they're going at it. So on social media, on my page, Kanye has more problems and issues than Kim's pussy could ever have. She dealt with his crazy ass for years, trying to help him. Hoe or not, she's built an empire on it. I love her. She's a smart, bad bitch. Everybody's a hoe in their 20s.
Well, why? I mean, why is people slut shaming her? Why are people slut shaming her? Because she made money? I mean, but then again, they're subscribing to fucking girls OnlyFans that they're jacking off to every night. But you're gonna slut shame Kim?
He's actually speaking out of both sides of his mouth, so I mean, big time. So
you know, like you're just,
you know,
and to say that
he's
she's
praising her,
toxic,
but then he's calling her a whore.
Okay,
I mean,
this family has so much money and so much power at this point. There's you can't have all that and not have any toxicity. I don't care what you say. More money brings more problems and those things into it. So when she's with Kanye and been married, what toxic things has she been doing to him? He hasn't been right since his mother passed.
Right.
Since he got shot, and then his mother passed having plastic surgery.
Right.
He has not been right since. That was his best friend. So for people to blame Kim because Reggie Bush is great and so, come on.
I mean, when he left her, people were all on his shit saying, "Oh, he's trying to date a girl that looks like her," and it's like people are just I don't know.
So we'll stay in that same little world. So on her divorce,
people out here slut shaming Kim, but jacking off to OnlyFans. Come on.
Right.
Did you hear that?
No, I'm sorry.
I said, so we'll stay in that little world. And so on the opposite polar, Paris Hilton gets engaged. So she gets Kim gets divorced. They used to be besties back in the days before Kim blew up.
Kim used to work for her, yeah.
Right. so now Paris Hilton is getting engaged, and she says, she met love of her life. So I thought that was kind of
good for her. Good for her, because remember she was out there wilding the fuck out. Remember when everything was about her and she was, drunk pictures, her and Brittany drunk pictures. She was during that whole time where Brittany was.
Well, I got to be honest.
She was wilding out with Brittany.
The whole Kim and Paris video sex tape. Kim video was just way better. Paris sucked at giving a blowjob.
Yeah, Paris was awkward. No,
she was horrible.
True. Kim was performing. Paris was, don't touch my hair.
Yeah.
So she was yeah.
Not another lazy bitch. Come on, spit on it. What the fuck?
Damn.
Not another lazy bitch.
I don't like the way this makes me.
You didn't like her gawk gawk twist 5000?
Yeah, I don't like the way this makes me gag. Do I have to put it all the way in my mouth? Well, okay.
Well,
sorry.
Not another lazy bitch. And that's why she's just now getting engaged.
Yeah, just now getting engaged.
I always liked her.
That's
I always liked her too.
Yeah, he said I always liked her. Yeah, Alex.
I mean, I'm not, I don't
Alex
sit there
and his
and
little
watch.
vanilla. I always liked her.
I mean, I thought she was awesome. I watched
Actually,
her,
I always
her
thought
Nicole, I watched her Nicole Richie show. That show was.
I always thought Paris Hilton's sister was hotter. I thought she was prettier.
Oh, Nikki's hot. Yeah.
And she wasn't.
I never thought.
Well, that's like Kardashian. I think
what's
her name? Courtney was like. I thought I liked her more than all of them. So.
See, I'm a Chloe fan, but
she was just
cute.
She was beautiful and cute, and she's more natural to me.
Yeah, she is.
She is naturally beautiful compared to the other sisters.
I think
they are, but for me, it was. Courtney. I like Courtney.
I do like when people post the memes of what they looked like before they had money, and it's like their before picture and their after, and
that's
it says,
crazy to see, though.
Sweetie, you're not ugly, you're just broke.
They look better in that picture, if you ask me. Shit.
No, there's some of them where I'm. Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know who I love? You know who I loved on the Kardashians more than anybody? That was in the first season or two. Adrienne Bailon.
Oh yeah.
So when she left, I stopped watching. I didn't watch Faithfully.
You know that Rob, their brother was so mean to her.
Yeah.
Like,
was he?
Really
yeah,
bad.
I watched it
really
then,
bad.
like the first
She's
season
married now and super happy. Like she's awesome. But Rob at that time
on The View?
No, she's on The Real.
No, she's on The Real.
Oh yeah.
But Rob
one of those
at that time was
beautiful.
Terrible to her. Like terrible. Going
through whatever. Because he was crazy over her. That's why.
There was he didn't know how to have a
girlfriend.
Well, no, and then he couldn't deal with fame like the rest of them did either.
Yeah, she was already.
He was going through a lot.
She already knew how to handle all that type of shit.
Already.
Right.
Yeah. This is just kind of off topic, but since we're on the Kardashians, do you guys really think OJ is Courtney's dad?
That's a crazy question. Oh my God, I thought about that so many times.
Because there's. And every time I love her. Actually, she's my favorite.
I think, to be honest with you, I know the OJ, the things out there. I think OJ might be her dad.
Have you seen pictures of his daughter?
Yeah.
They resemble Chloe. They resemble Chloe before she got all the plastic surgery.
Man,
you never.
That's a crazy question.
Never think about it. She did all this plastic surgery. Maybe she wanted not to kind of nip that in the bud and say, "Hey,
she wanted to look more like her sisters." Before the plastic surgery, her build, her even growing up, if you watch their story and just documentaries on them and things like that,
So you're saying to me
she's the only one that doesn't look Armenian?
So you're telling me Chris was a hoe?
Well, Chris's husband. If there's a thing out there, if you look it up, Chris's husband was representing OJ during the trial while she sat in the court building with Jenner.
Right.
Yeah. All three. I think Chris was a hoe.
There's something
I'm not
going on.
slut shaming her though. I mean, it got her something. There was some, and maybe they didn't overlap. I know she cheated on the one, but maybe they didn't overlap. Right. But when you look at, Chris was good friends with OJ's wife. I'm sorry, Nicole.
Right.
The one that he murdered. I don't care what anybody says. He murdered her.
He murdered.
He admitted
it. Let's talk about it.
He admitted that.
I think he did murder. I don't know.
Absolutely,
if he did. I don't think he did it by himself. I think he had help.
Really?
I think he did it with his buddy, the one that, with the whole fucking.
Well, I mean, look at all the shit that was going on, man.
With the Ford Bronco guy, I forgot his name, but
yeah.
I think he helped him.
Man, there was so many things in that trial that were fucked up, man.
Fucked up, so fucked up. Yeah, but Chris was good friends with.
Well, what? It's funny that recently came up not too long ago, but I didn't bring it up. So Nicole's dad says that OJ still owes them tons of money from his. So that he never paid out. So he wanted
that.
Yeah, he was basically saying, "Hey, OJ, don't forget, you still owe us money." So
he said, "Don't forget."
Yeah.
Well, then he went to prison for robbery, didn't he?
Right. But I'm just saying.
Breaking and entering.
Yeah.
Free, like I listened to Tupac the other day. Like he said, free like OJ all day.
Well, I know we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but Marilyn Manson cops are digging into the abuse allegations. The alleged victim. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, I talked to somebody the other day, and they're kind of a bigger fan of Marilyn Manson, but he's saying this guy's just, he's out there, and I think if these abuse allegations are true, I think his career is done because, you just can't.
Done already. Shit.
Well, yeah, you say he's done, but he's got a huge following. I got to be honest.
Of course,
he's got
of course.
Following.
You showing me that clip of him badgering her on stage, reading her letter?
Yeah, that was horrible. Oh my god,
I got such a uneasy, eerie feeling watching that.
For real,
victim abusers. That's what they do. They go after their victims like that to try to discredit them instead of doing this behind closed doors,
right?
And
that's even so much more sickening, though. It's like, wow,
disgusting.
How can you come out and like
that's
have
who
that
is.
in your body and speak on like what?
He's a hateful person. People can say he's a hateful person.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
So
I remember that. You got to remember. Remember when he first came out? They said that he was the kid from.
Oh my god.
Wonder Years. You remember? You remember that fucking story, Alex? I knew you were.
I remember.
Where does that shit come from, man?
I don't know.
I remember hearing it.
Somebody found a picture that looked similar, and so
right.
They ran with it.
Right.
Was he wearing like a suit and shit? Right. He had a suit on in his high school picture or something. I was like, wow.
So
no, he's an evil person. I think it's true. Man. And I don't know.
Well, that's disrespectful to Paul from 1 year.
Seriously.
Disrespectful to that character.
KAMARU Usman says, put me on Dancing with the Stars. I earned it. Do you think he should be on Dancing with the Stars? He wants to be on it, dude. He just won this fight.
Why not?
Dancing. I don't know. I think when you, and I haven't made it.
I think he'd be awesome on there.
But, I mean, I think when you're on the Dancing with the Star, your career is either on a decline or some type of a boost.
I wouldn't say that. That's like one of the biggest shows in the world, man.
I know, but I'm not a fan of it. That's, when I...
Well, that's you, though, so...
I don't watch it. My mother watches it. She tries to get me to watch it all the time, but the way my ADHD is set up, I never can catch the show.
I watched it when Leah Remini was on there. I love that. I'm a huge fan of her. I
watched a few things. Like, my mom had me watching when Nelly was on there recently.
Right, yeah.
See,
my mom's a Nelly fan.
That's how much I don't pay attention because I know
unless she tells me, I'm just not really into that. But But I don't think it's more of I think when it first started, I got that vibe of like, okay, these people are washed up who are coming on here, or they haven't been in the limelight in a long time. But I think that was maybe at the beginning. I kind of got that.
It's like kind of turned into a thing, like a cool thing.
Now it's like, now it's like, okay, if you're on there, like
Like,
yeah,
I think celebrities and they want to go on there because they want to test themselves. It's not about boosting their
absolutely.
rating. They don't care. They love to
No,
dance.
they want to
dance
test
and shit.
themselves. They love to dance. They want to
Right. The
learn.
challenge,
This is, they want to show you that this isn't just, I don't just fight. I can dance too, and I can do these things. And
I
if she
think
can do it, I can do it. Let's do
I
this.
think he'd be awesome because of the way he moves around in there and his footwork and all that. It'd be cool to see.
Right.
I mean, if Nelly
Well, he's
and them
got some
are doing
flavor
it,
to him too. So,
hell yeah, I
it's
think
nice
he's
to
awesome
see.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably have to soften up a little bit. But.
So,
And the girls that
Loosen
they
up,
dance
man.
with, listen, the people that they pair them with, they're easy on the eyes.
You know
They're
what I
nice to look
seen?
at.
Speaking about Dancing with the Stars, the other day, I don't know how the hell I came across it, but I was actually reading a story and then I kept scrolling down and Thor, Chris Hemsworth, was actually he danced with people. He was one of the.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know
Before
that?
he got famous, I did not know that. I was like, oh my God.
He's hot.
I was like, damn, I didn't know that.
When I went to Disney, I took a bunch. When I went to Disney, I took pictures with the Thor statue because that's my superhero boyfriend.
Right. Yeah, I remember I went with my ex-wife and she was like, "Oh my God, who is this guy?" Like when we went and seen Thor.
on those, so on the statues, they give them some.
What'd you do?
They give them big dick energy. Like the statues got bulges, so I had to take funny pictures with it.
Oh my God.
That Spider-Man too, like
That's
what
hilarious.
up, Spider-Man? He packed it.
I can only imagine the pictures that you took, Tori. The
Don't
hammer.
judge me.
I forgot to bring up
You and the hammer, huh? No.
tomorrow's a big game for
Crazy.
Michigan. They play Ohio State, so we got a 3 and a 4 tomorrow. So that's going to be a good game. So I forgot to bring that up, Alex. So tomorrow is 10 a.m. Check it out.
I'll be up. I got to do something. I got to do a little bit of painting and some other little things, man. So hopefully
little painting.
Doing some painting.
Former senator and he tried to run for president, Bob Dole, has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
Oh, wow.
I was always a Bob Dole fan. I was kind of sad that he didn't end up getting to be president.
Right. A lot of people. I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I was diagnosed with. I met him. I actually had given you a little history. I used to work for Senator Hatch back into Washington for about a year, and I met a lot of senators. I met Senator Dole. He was a really nice guy. So, prayers to Senator Dole. Hope he makes it through it.
Yeah.
So yesterday, my dad pulls me out of. I think it was yesterday. Pulls me out. He's got a TV outside because he gets cold and he wants the sun. He wants. He got a TV outside or whatever. He's like, hey.
And outside
like
and
a
in
cat.
the
Just lays
outside the backyard or whatever.
Like a cat.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it was that the room that I stayed in when I came out there? Is that the
No, outside in the backyard. So he has a TV, he has a lounge chair, everything.
Okay.
He's got TVs in everywhere. He's got a TV in the fucking bathroom.
Like a patio type thing or no?
He's got a TV in the bathroom.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, that's wow.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, shit.
I mean, people do, but
little ones, small ones, and shit.
Aliens. I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, they just landed on Mars, the new rover, and so the new Preference rover has actually landed on Mars. Wow. So I guess they said they found water and aliens." I says, "Dad, there's no aliens."
Yeah, I believe your dad, man. I'm with them.
There's aliens.
Man, like I said, I believe in Bigfoot. For heaven's sakes, Jesus.
But so that was a big thing, I guess.
Kanye
I didn't even know there were.
There's aliens. They're watching us like we're a fucking sitcom lately.
Kanye West is an alien, right?
So I didn't know that there were
send his ass back to Mars.
Anything to Mars, but I guess this was a big thing that it landed.
That's pretty cool, man. I think
the creator of Simpsons is an alien.
You think
I
so?
remember when that show first
I
came
think
out.
so.
I used to
Listen,
watch
he
Tracy
knows
Ullman,
everything. He knows everything, literally. Like he hasn't steered us wrong. So there's a few
Right.
predictions he's made that I'm looking forward to
Really?
seeing if they come true.
Damn. No shit. I have to check that out.
He's
What
a
do you know
time
his
traveler
name?
or
He's
something.
a time
Really?
traveler.
No
He's
shit.
a time traveler or something. Yeah, for sure, hands down.
So that's all I got.
Hey.
We didn't have anybody today, but next Wednesday, and I had it on the screen all day, the whole show. DJ Motion Sean will be on the show next
The
Wednesday.
man, the myth, the
Talk about
legend.
some hip hop stuff. We can talk about the Fat Boy.
Alex, do you have any Black History facts for us?
Oh gosh. No,
Oh,
I was supposed to. And
I don't have my.
you know
thing on
what?
me.
I
I
was
had
actually,
it. I have my
I'll
thing
get it
listed,
together. I'll
and
get some.
I didn't read it.
Okay.
And I don't want to misquote it, so I'll wait till
Okay.
we come back on because I don't have it.
Right.
I don't
Right.
have
Well,
it in
you know
front of
what?
me, and I don't want to get the date mixed up.
I will say this. I will, because I've had this like in my notes for so long,
Talk
and it's
it.
about Mark Henry,
Yeah.
former like I want to get on. He's a former American powerlifter, Olympic weightlifter, and strongest man in the world. That's where his gimmick came from when he joined WWE.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe we can show it next time, or if you can try to pull it up now, Dreek. 450 pounds he weighed. This was when he first. This is like I have to pull up the year, but he slammed the basketball man.
I
For
remember.
450-pound man to be able to slam, like, this shit was amazing. And I found the video and I watched it a while ago, but I just wanted to talk about him. There was another Ron Simmons. Remember Tori was with the Acolytes, and well, when he was in WCW. Ron Simmons, former Hall of Famer. He's in the Hall of Fame for one of the greatest linebackers, football players for Florida State, and he was the first African American. Him and Butch Reed were the first African American tag team. Well, I'm sorry, that was actually Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas. But so there's just some history right there. He was the first African American champion with WCW. So I just wanted to kind of talk about those guys and the things that they've done, and they're good people. They're really good people.
Yeah, they've paved the way for a lot of athletes.
I listen to Mark Henry's podcast, and
he's got a podcast.
Yeah, it's called Busted Open. He does it with Tommy Dreamer and Bully Ray, Bubba Dudley, who used to be Bubba Dudley.
Yeah.
And you remember? I'll tell you a quick little update, Tori. Ryback, you remember Ryback?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he got his own podcast too, and he actually came out and was talking shit about Mark Henry. He's
really
just kind of he wasn't talking. He was talking about the business, and he was exploiting it, saying, "Oh, it's fake," and because he's so sour and bitter that he's salty. That he didn't win the belt. They didn't put the belt on him and all that. So he started saying how it's fake and the belts mean nothing and blah blah blah. So Mark Henry, and he had talked about the match that he did with Mark Henry, and Mark Henry, you already know he called him out, and
I already know Mark Henry clapped.
He was like, "Look, you're disrespecting something that put food on my kids in my kid's mouth.
Right.
Made a living for it. I got love and this and that, and you're just bitter.
Put food on a lot of people's tables."
He was like, if I see you, and he's a loving guy.
Paved the way for a lot of athletes as well.
And he was just like, pretty much, if I see you, there's gonna, you know what I mean? I want you to tell me that, man, I'll tell you what,
say it to my face.
I want to run into Mark Henry.
No.
That guy, man, and I just love him.
Well, he's got a lot of passion too.
Right.
He's very passionate.
Right.
Very, very passionate athlete and performer. So
but yeah, man, just
talented, very talented.
World's strongest man. Like I said, we could pull up that video.
Not just physically, but mentally too.
Right.
He's mentally strong.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And when he came into the wrestling business, he was kind of talking about that. He was green, like they say, green and shit. They're learning and everything. And the world of weightlifting that he came from was like like he was the man, so nobody was gonna tell. You know, it was hard for him to listen and to adjust and to, you know what I mean, get talked
all
down
of that.
to, but for a reason
Pretty
and
much,
shit.
and then
Growing
on top of it,
reasons.
being African American on top of it, like
Right.
there's
Exactly.
a
Yeah, and we're
so
talking
many,
about 96, 97. Yeah, right. It was almost 30 years ago. Way different, right? For sure.
a million times harder to be able to come on top and shine and succeed and you know, go above and beyond and carry these titles and so forth. Yeah, I'd be offended too if somebody said those things, because
he took it really, like you said.
I mean, that's his legacy. How dare you? How dare you?
Exactly.
I'm sorry you weren't good enough.
Exactly. And that's what he
sorry,
said.
Not
that's what
sorry.
He said. Yep.
Don't be mad at everybody else who was better than
you.
Step your fucking game up.
Yep. And but
interesting.
I thought that was pretty cool, you know. And then they, you know, they did a couple shows on it, and he kind of was like, you know, that's the last I'm gonna say about it. I'll see him.
He's gonna see him again.
He'll see me, and you know, he can say what he want, you know.
Or he's gonna try to steer clear. Right back to try to steer clear.
He can apologize like a man.
No, he's a punk. He won't.
Yeah.
He won't apologize. He'll just try to steer clear until he has to get slapped up. I'll be there to see it.
I was just looking up some different Black History
but
stuff.
Yeah, no, I just want to say.
Let's hear, Drake. What do you got?
Well, no, I was just kind of looking at some of the stuff, but you know, we just know most of this stuff. But he was just talking about, you know, so many different people. But I can't believe February is almost over. So, you guys,
I know.
You know, I think Easter is. I think it's on April Fool's Day. I think it's on April 1st. I think maybe it's on April 3rd. I gotta look. So we're in Lent now. So I guess no meat for Friday. But I know you're still gonna eat meat, Alex. Damn you.
Somebody posted yesterday, and it was like, all y'all having sex out of wedlock. All y'all having sex out, or all y'all won't eat meat on Fridays because it's a sin, but you're having sex out of wedlock.
That's the hell. Yeah,
I was like, well, they got you there.
Got you there. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Wednesday, Ocean, 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern. You can go to my Instagram.
Cool. I ain't seen him.
Haven't seen him in a minute. My Twitter, Drake Swift. My Facebook. So catch the show every Wednesday and Saturday. Do you have anything, Tori?
Just follow me on Instagram at All Beauty All Beast. My Twitter, The Savage Kitty. That's THEE, Savage Kitty, and my Facebook, Tori Rochelle.
Right.
Be safe.
Yep, Sportsmouth 313 on Instagram and not Facebook, but Twitter. And I just want to send a shout out to Alicia. I hope everything's all right, and hopefully we can reschedule for you down the road. But God bless, and I know we'll get you on eventually. So hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah, we had, you know, I know
about it,
but I don't want to ruin anything. But we had some good conversation about mental health and stuff like that. So
she's heavy into that, and that's why I was. Really
I look forward to her. I look forward to her coming on. I want to speak about it, and I actually met somebody who, her husband is a doctor, and 90% of what he does is mental health. So I'm working on getting him on the show as well. And she's pretty much volunteered him already. She's like, he's coming on. Don't worry about it.
It's just a matter of when, not if.
Okay, so yeah, it's just a matter of you know. Cool. Getting him on there. But she actually, we started talking about it is I delivered groceries for her, and she started talking about COVID, right? And like we instantly hit it off, and she started talking about COVID and how, you know, her and her one son had it, but her husband, who's a doctor, didn't. But she asked me if I had known anybody who had it, and she's like, why isn't anybody talking about the effects afterwards? She's like, 5 of my senses are gone. And then we were speaking about that, and I told her, I said, oh, my co-host had it, and you know, and she's like, I would love to be on the show, and then we've got into the mental health issues that are stemming from all of it, from COVID, the pandemic, the quarantines, the kids, all of it, right? And she's like, my husband, 90% of what he does is mental health, and I said, well, we got to get him on the show too. She's like, he's going to, she pretty much, she was like, he's going to do it. We're just going to find a time. He's going to do it. I was like, okay. And
he's going to do it.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to do it. So
definitely, I'd love to question the shit out of this doctor.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I know the
pointers for sure.
I've noticed since I've had COVID, my dick has gotten bigger.
Damn.
So I don't know if it's an after effect.
That's just inflation. That'll go away probably. So
I had to
talk shit.
Yeah,
I wouldn't read too much into that. That'll probably just you'll wake up, it'll be back to normal. You'll be good.
COVID made your dick swell, huh?
Yeah.
I was literally just about to say my Snapchat. I was literally about to say my Snapchat for people to follow me, but now I'm going to start getting dick pics. So I don't even think I'm going to share my Snapchat.
Oh my God.
It's funny because I was thinking about Bad Santa, but it could have been that I slept with somebody that was dirty. Remember when he said that in Bad Santa? He's like, he goes, what's wrong with you? And he's like,
I remember.
She goes, he slept with somebody that wasn't so clean.
That movie is a staple in our house. I think we just watched it like a couple weeks ago.
I can imagine Zach just laughing his ass off.
Zach loves that fucking movie. We put it on actually the other night. It was like a couple weeks ago. It was on, and we watched it for him. And I never I watched it when it first came out, but he watched so many movies that I never really paid attention afterwards.
Right.
And we started watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck was he watching? This
right. You're like, oh my God. Right.
Yeah.
Like Grandma's Boy or
Grandma's Boy, all of it.
Oh
so
my
vulgar,
God.
so nasty. So Drake,
I
hopefully that's not what happened to you.
I told you.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh,
go wash it.
Listen, don't call me later.
I'm gonna need you to go dip that in bleach now, please.
Yeah, I'll talk to you when
go
you
take
get
a
back
beach
home.
bath.
Clean up.
Yeah, go
Sanitize
take a
that
bleach
shit.
bath. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to sanitize.
Well,
Get yourself a bleach wipe on your dick.
Oh man, a bleach wipe. What in the world?
Get your penicillin shot before you come home.
Oh, you got to get a certain vaccination for that shit, bro.
Yeah, and you're in Vegas. Oh man.
Oh shit! You better change the sheets. Take them off.
I'm
gonna
throw up. I can't. This whole conversation stinks. I can smell it.
Oh man, bring me a shot glass back.
Let me finish some sandwiches.
No, I'm due for Vegas.
A shot of what?
I'm due for Vegas again. It's time.
Should I fix you some sandwiches?
I'm going to Naples.
Are you? I gotta stick it out. To maybe my shutdown or something.
What'd you say?
Okay.
Ew.
That is
fucking sandwiches.
Wow.
He's always trying to give him sandwiches.
What? Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna make some sandwiches. I can make it before you leave.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he is a whip.
He took a bullet. Didn't you take a bullet for him?
Yeah. He took a bullet for him. That was. I think they made a part. Did they make a part 2? It wasn't as fun.
I don't know. Fun. Yeah, that would be a question for
Zach. Yeah, no, I just.
That's funny as hell.
But I'll get out of here, you guys. Let me play this video and then we can get out.
Yeah, he's got to go wash up.
Yeah, go spray that shit, man.
All right, guys,
I'm
be
still
safe.
Laughing. I'm sorry. Sorry, got me still laughing.
Safe. Wash your culo, mask up. Wash your hands. Wash your pecker. Wash your dick.
All of it. Dip it in bleach. Be kind to one another. Stay safe.
Right.
Stay warm.
Yeah. God bless you guys. For sure. God bless you twice, Rick.
Yeah. 3 times. 3 times.
Hey, on Ash Wednesday, they were like, what did they put? Hole? The priest.
304.
I call it Ass Wednesday.
They put 304 and they flipped them upside down.
Damn.
You guys, have a good day.
Yep.
Bye, dirty birds.
See you guys later.